Brooke again, and today we're going to be drawing the Cat in the Hat with a special surprise. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's get started by folding this paper in half. We're just going to line those corners up and go ahead and smooth it out. Let's take that top piece, fold it back down. Line those corners up and smooth it out. Go ahead and flip it over and do the same thing. Lining those up and smoothing it out. Go ahead and open that up. That's what it should look like. And we're just going to pull that top one down. There it is. Now this is our line, which if we open it up, we still have that line right there. All right, this is our line that we want to really pay attention to. So to get started, we're going to put our finger right in the middle of our page. And over on this side, we're going to start about 1 inch away on this line, and we're just going to draw a little line coming down. Same thing on the other side, about 1 inch away, draw a line coming down. Now starting over here, we're going to draw a nice big curved line and it's going to stop. Same thing on the other side, curve it over and down and stop. Once you're there, you're just going to draw a little diagonal coming in. Same thing on the other side, very small little diagonal coming in. Now we're just going to curve straight down and curve this side down. And again, a little diagonal and a little diagonal. From there, we're going to curve down and come in with a diagonal. Nice and long. Same thing on the other side. So you curve it down and then bring it in. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's find that center again. So our center is about here. Right at center, I want to draw 2 very small lines just above my finger with just a little space in between. This is his neck. So from his neck, we're going to curve and go meet this line out here. Same thing on the other side. We're going to have it curve and go meet that line over there. Now his head's starting to take shape. Let's go ahead and right here in the middle of that neck, we're going to draw a circle. From that circle, we're going to take a really long diagonal coming up and out. And we're going to match that on both sides. Now on the end of that diagonal, we're just going to make a C and another C. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, the opposite way, a backward C and a backward C. From there, we're just going to connect those to the circle in the middle. Remember to do both sides. There we go. All right. Now right here where these lines are, we're actually going to extend it up above that line. Same thing over here, like it's continuing. Just bring it up above that line. Now without touching that line, do me a favor and just make a really wide, long U. That's kind of funny looking, huh? All right, now let's really pay attention to that line. This is where it gets a little bit important. So over on this side, we're going to go ahead and leave a little bit of space. So I'm coming down about right here to draw a circle. This is going to be his eyes. Then on the other side of center, we're going to draw another circle and try to make those about the same size. Right in the middle, we're just gonna make a small oval and we're gonna color it in. Same thing on the other side. Small oval and color it in. Now for his nose, we just want a really small little line coming right across at the bottom of the eyes. We're gonna curve it and make a diagonal. And same thing on the other side, give it a curved edge with a diagonal. And right at the base, just add a little line coming down. Go ahead and color that nose in black. Now leaving a small gap after that line, add another just small line. Coming out here past the eye, way out here, we're gonna go ahead and start our smile. So we're just gonna draw a curved line that goes right underneath that line we made in the middle and comes back up. And we're just gonna make a curved line on the edge of the smile to finish it off. And a curved line on the edge of the smile to finish it off. And then right underneath the smile, we're just gonna add another little line. He does have some whiskers, so let's come over on this side and right on the outside of the smile, let's go ahead and draw a curved line coming down, a curved line coming out, and a third line right there. Same thing on the other side, curved line. The next one comes out, and the next one a little further. Alrighty, starting to come together. Now right above the eyes, you want to make sure you do not go near that line. Stay below it, and we're just going to give him some little eyebrows. One there, and one there. I did not touch that line, so when I close it, I still see his eyebrows. Now, to add some ears, again, we have to watch that line. So I might have to make my ears go a little more sideways. So I'm going to draw a little line that comes, it's got a little arch to it, up and over. From there, I'm just going to bring it down and connect it in. And then coming out to the point, I'm going to use this to add a line coming back in to connect. Same thing on the other side. Do not go above this line. So again, I'm going to go right by that top line, but not touch it. Can you see it right there? Let's see if I open this up. Can you see it right there? It has a little arch to it. Then I'm going to pull it down. From that point, I'm just going to curve it in and connect it right there. Now I do want to add another little line right here, and I'm going to color that in. Same thing on this side. I'm going to give a little colored in area, just like that. Now I want you to go ahead and close it. So we kind of see how it's looking. All right, now, right here, we do want to get very close to the edge of this line without touching here. We're going to start right out here, and we're just going to do a line coming right along that edge and over to here. On this side right here, we're going to do a little U-turn going up. Same thing on the other side, a U-turn going up. And we're just going to draw a nice curved line to connect those. Now, starting right here on this side, we're going to have a line that comes in and back out. Over on this side, we're going to have a line that comes pretty much straight up and curves in. Over on this side, we're going to add a little hump over, and we're going to bring it down and over. Just like that. Now from this side, I'm going to come down a little bit on my line. I'm going to draw a nice big backward C that comes up almost to the top of the page. And I'm going to bring it over to connect. Now, if you know the famous Cat in the Hat hat, it has stripes. So we're just going to add a little line across and a line across with a nice big stripe. And we want one more, so another line across and another line across for another big stripe. So there's our first Cat in the Hat. He's looking pretty good. Now we're going to open him up. And we've got all this white space, including this strange U. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish that U off. So we're going to take this and we're just going to continue it up, curving it in. And we're going to stop right about there. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to come in. And this side's a little lower, actually. And that's going to work out really well, not a problem. I'm just going to actually curve it up just a little bit right there. All right, now over on this side, right at the top of that, I'm going to draw a straight line that cuts right across the top of that line. Same thing over here, just a short little line cutting right across the top of there. Now I'm going to do a little curve coming up and a little curve coming up. And now from all the way out here, I want to do a curved line coming down and back up all the way across. Next, starting right out here, I'm going to curve up and around, connecting the sides, which makes this inside part look like a nice big oval. Inside that oval, we're actually going to make another oval. So I'm going to follow that top line and make a nice little arched line right there. I'm going to curve it around and follow this bottom line, curve both sides and follow this bottom line right around there. All right, let's take it down just a little bit from here and we're just going to draw a curved line from one side to the other. I do have mine dipping down. From one side, it goes a little bit lower to the other with a nice curve. On this side underneath, we're going to make some lines. We're just going to have a line with a smaller, smaller, smaller lines over on that side. Then over on this side, we're just going to add a little oval. Now, coming out of this bowl is going to be a fish. Not just any fish, the Dr. Seuss fish. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line. It's going to be nice and tall with a curve. It's going to just come up and curve. Now remember, we don't want to cross this line either. That's a big no. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to have it curve back just a little bit, going the other way. And then I'm going to do a tiny U-turn with a nice tall V. Over on the side from that V, I'm going to draw a nice skinny fin, and it's going to curve in right above it. From there, we're going to try to follow. At the beginning, we're just going to go along this line for a moment, and then we're going to curve it out this way. All right, I'm going to leave about this much space at the top of that line. I'm going to come back down here, and I'm just going to draw a line coming straight out. And then I'm going to curve a line coming back up. Next, I'll curve back out. I'm going to curve back up right next to that line that I finished before. Right in the middle right here, I'm going to draw a nice skinny V. On this side of my V, I'm going to draw a line coming straight out, and then I'm going to take it up, Same thing on the other side. A line coming out and curving up. That's his little fin, if you can't tell. Now from here, I'm going to draw a nice long curved line, like a really long U or a smile. Then I'm going to draw a diagonal going down, just a small little line, back up, straight sideways, diagonal back in, up, and then from there, I want to come back and get kind of close to that line right there, and then I'm just going to follow that line back. We made a little bit of an arm there for our fish. Now I'm going to take this up with a nice little curve, and I'm going to cut it back. Give it a tiny U-turn. All right, above that U-turn, I want to come almost straight up in line with this line, or just above it. And I'm going to draw a nice big C that comes out and around and meets back up for his mouth. Now again, don't touch this line. I'm going to start very close to that line and draw a curved line coming back and down. Off of that curved line, I'm going to draw a nice big circle. And I'm just going to put a little dot in the circle. Back behind the dot, I'm just going to draw a little hump and another hump. And now we've got our fish. Straighten out his nose a little bit. And now we've got our fish. Down here by the tail, we're just going to add some details with some little lines coming up his tail. And right in here, I've got 3 little lines I'm going to add in there. All right, now I just want to add some water splashes coming out. So I'm just going to add some little water. So they're kind of like a circle, but it comes to a point at the end. And I'm just going to draw a couple on each side. Remember, we stay inside these lines. Don't draw your water going too crazy. There we go. One on that side. And I think I'm good with those ones. Now we are going to add one more thing. So let's go ahead and close up our picture. And right out here, just inside the edge, I want to draw just a little line coming over. I'm going to go the same thing on the top, coming in a little further. I don't want them the same length, so I'm going to start even further in. And I'm going to draw a little line coming up. I'm going to draw a curved line coming up here. I'm going to give it a nice U-turn to come back down. And then I want to just draw an extra little arch. And I'm going to draw a line across with a little line that went past right there. I'm going to draw a U-turn and follow it back down and curve to connect. This is his hand holding his hat, so I do want to add. So I'm going to draw 2 little lines to connect, and that's going to be his arm. Now my camera cut out, but right here, as you can see, I drew his little line. So you're just going to draw a nice curve that connects to the bow right there. And then we're going to do the same thing with this top line. We're just going to curve it around nice and even, and it's going to come right to the bottom. And then over on this side of his bow, right under his smile, we're just going to make a little diagonal line to finish off that side of his body. All right. Now, I already did this part as well, because like I said, the camera cut out, but we're gonna open it up, and from the top, we're just gonna go ahead and do a curved line. We're gonna curve towards the edge of the paper, going around our raindrops, or going around our water drops. Then we're gonna curve it back and connect it to the bottom line. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side and just follow along, keeping it nice and skinny where that arm is and connect it at the bottom. So he's got this nice, long, wiggly, funny arm. Sorry for the camera mishap, but there he is. We've got the cat in the hat. Close it up. There's our cat in the hat. And we open it up for a nice, fun fish surprise. Now it's time to color. All right, guys, here is my final cat in the hat drawing. And we open it up. Surprise! There's that fish hopping out of the bowl. I hope you had fun with our Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat special. We'll see you guys again soon for another How to Draw. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on the latest and the greatest with the Super Science Squad.